Hi there, welcome to Producing Digital News. This is a sample web page that we're building in Muse, and this will help you get ready for your assignment. So basically you just build one web page in the design section of Muse. So this is just an example of what it could look like. Alright, so just to start with, this is our home page. Okay, website 1 is how we set it up. So I'm just going to go through again what we do here. So basically you just make sure when you're starting that you just build the masthead and the active menu in your master and anything you want to have on every page, such as a weather section, but I've kept it clean just for the purpose of a demonstration. So all you do is you would drag in and drop one of these mastheads. So I've done that, and I've just made sure that's all in alignment. You can change this, you can make it smaller, right, and you can change the alignment. I'm actually going to make it bigger, but I don't want to make it too big that the resolution looks a bit strange. You do have lines and guides in Muse to help you get the alignment right, so that's what I'm doing now. That looks pretty good to me. Then you create this active menu bar. We've all gone through this, but I'll just take you to what it should look like here. Okay, so what you do is you create these extra pages here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I've just labelled them, so keyword news, analysis, match reports, comment, and ladder, just for the benefit of the demonstration. Okay, so once you've created these pages, you go into your master's page, and then all you do is you get this horizontal bar and you drag it in. So I just, you can have it really tight or you can have it the full length, and I've decided, because I've got quite a few boxes here, I've got 6, that I've used the whole thing. Remember that you can change the text. Okay, so I've changed mine to Arial. You can use other types of fonts. I've decided to stick with Arial because I think it's really clean and it's a really good font to use. So that's pretty much how you do it. You get in the Move tool and you can get out of that. Okay, so that's pretty much all you have to do in Master for this assignment. Then you go into the home page. This is the home page where you actually start building your page. Okay, so when it looks like this. So here we go. All you do is you click on here and you're ready to build. So I've recruited some assets here, as you can see. I don't need the masthead anymore, so I'm just going to put that back in my file. And this is like a drag and drop method. So I can, I'm just doing an example story on Luke Beveridge. So I'm just recruiting a picture there, and I'm going to have that as a main event picture beneath the headline. So it might go across 2 columns exactly, and you can put it down the page to stretch the length of the page. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into some kia ora words. All right, and can create a text box, okay, or you can simply just copy and paste. So I'm just going to go in here and simply copy this paste and just simply paste it in. So there's a text box. Just going to bring it down here and I'm going to put it in here. Okay, so so here's some words. I'm actually just going to get some fresh words here because it's playing up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Luke Beveridge, The Age, and just grab some fresh text. Okay, so here's the original story. Just going to go and grab some text here. so that's the text I want to use for my story. I'm going to simply copy this text. Alright, just going to remove that, and yeah, I'm going to just make a new text box and get rid of that other one. It's a bit funny. That's better. That's what's going on. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Alright, so that's the text I need for the story, and I'm just going to put that into place. And you'll see here that there's a area that you can move the story across. I'm just going to move it across exactly 2 columns. Right, it's hard up amongst 2 columns. I've got a bit of space there to put in a caption, so I can easily do that as well. So, so for example, I want to just grab a couple of lines here. Okay, this will actually create a new text box for me. So I'm just going to create a new text box. Okay, so this is a new text box here, and I'm just going to bring this up. Sort of abuts the other area, so I'm just going to take that off there, take the text out. Just one thing to remember is that you need to go back in and out of text a lot to set it up, otherwise you'll be permanently in the move tool, and you don't want that to happen. So just remember you've got to go between text. Here we go. Alright, so that's just an example caption, but I'm going to change that and write it properly now. Okay, so we're going to go back into text and just say Luke Beveridge has been appointed as St Kilda Director of Coaching. Picture, News Corp, there's a stray. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into, and I'm just going to reduce this size. Just going to make sure that that's all reduced, and I'm going to change. I'm just going to move this over a little bit to the end, and I'm actually just going to make this text a little bit smaller to distinguish it from. Here we go. And I'm just going to bring this text down and make it smaller from the rest of the text, just to give it a little bit of difference. So you wouldn't want it any smaller than 12, but that just gives you a caption. Alright, so that's a caption. Maybe just bring it out a little bit. Okay, and this frame can come down a little bit. Alright, now's the time to put in a headline. So let's just go back into words. So this headline is quite big, so I'm actually going to try and reduce this size. Copy this. Make another text box here. Okay, go into text, and I'm going to cut this extra text out of there. Reduce this size of the box and make this smaller. So it's actually can be quite a fiddly job, but you've just got to practice going between the zoom and also the text to make sure you get it. So, you know, Franklin Gothic Medium is a text you can use for this type of thing. And we're just going to see how that goes if I bring that right up. Pages. So let's just see if we can get that over 2 decks. Just going to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, that's about as far as I can go. I can't go. It's at 39. It's bolded up, so I'm happy with that, and that will act as our headline. Just going to bring that up a little bit. Okay, so when we look at our original sample, so we've got a date and some widgets there, so we need to create space there, which is quite easy to do. So if you feel like you need a bit more space, you can drag this down, just make sure that's there. course, it's going to put everything else out of whack, but that's pretty easy to fix. So I'm just putting the caption there, bringing the words down. I like to start the first sentence in bold for web. I think most websites actually follow that. And I like to use the first word in cap there. So this is how we're going with that. Okay, so all right, what we're going to do now, looking at this text, probably can go with a bigger text. Let's see what's around. Medium, Geneva. See if Geneva's good. Geneva. No, that's worse. So it's just a matter of working out what headline will work well. That's a lot stronger, but it hasn't got a classic news edge, so we're going to take that off. Save web fonts. Let's go to Arial. Let's go to an Arial bold. It's much thicker, so I actually like it that. So we can bring this back as Director of Coaching. Maybe we can bring it back to Beverage. And that's a way you can do it. As the Director of Coaching, and that sort of just brings it out a little bit. And for me, that's much more thicker, more effective headline. So I'm going to leave it at that. Sometimes you have to fiddle with it to get the result you want. Now we're just going to move this down so we've got enough room for social media. This is the fiddly part of Muse, but it helps you get it spot on. And that's all part of design work. It's really quite common. Just going to bring that down even further, just to make sure we've got enough room to create everything that we want. Caption there. And here we go. Okay, so let's paste in let's just get some things happening here. So let's go for date. It's in grey there, but I'm just going to see what it looks like. Okay, so here's a date. All right, just under there. I'm going to just bring it down a bit, go into text box and bring this down. Okay, that's about as much as I want it. Don't want it any. Bring this in. Okay, so that's the date that I've decided to go with. Then I'm just going to do a cut and paste because that means I've got a new box there, and I'm going to make this my my byline. So I'm just going to have Julie Tolberg as an example, and then bring this in bold, and I'm going to make that stand out. So you can bring this down in size a little bit. I think that's a bit small, but I'm happy with that 13-point headline. Going to go back into Zoom tool, tighten that up there. Okay, I need a bit of room for social media elements. I don't want it too tight along there, so I'm going to bring that down a little bit so I have enough room for social media widgets. Okay, and that's my next step. You can just make these adjustments as you go. It doesn't take much to fix it. Okay, so it's looking a lot better now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the social media widgets, which is down the bottom here, right? And you might like to put in a LinkedIn, Facebook Lite, and Twitter. So maybe you'd like to have this story tweeted. Okay, so, and you can put in a URL of the story, and you can program it all this way. So I'm just going to leave it for the Muse promo, and I'm happy with that. So you can adjust it in size. That's about as small as you can go. So I'm just going to leave that. I want a bit more room Just want to compare it to my other page. So I've got the byline closer to the date and social media immediately under it. So that's not too bad. Just going to give it a bit more room. Yes, that will be fine. Okay, so let's have a look at what other social media is there that we can use. So you can use Pinterest. I'm actually going to use Facebook and I'm going to use LinkedIn now because I really like that shape. And again, you can profile it. Now I don't like that top part, so I'm just going to cut. No, whoops, sorry. Just going to bring that bit in, and you can program it appropriately. Just going to bring this down. Gotta try and line that up. I don't want the counter, so I'm just going to program that out. Yeah, that's better. So now that I've programmed that out, I can bring that in and line it up with Twitter. So that's a little bit better, and then that way it doesn't affect my picture too much. Okay, so that's my LinkedIn, and I like it all in alignment. Just make sure it's all in alignment. Bring this down a little bit, and there, I know that's in alignment. It's a little bit tricky to do, but that's all part of it. That's a little bit better, and I can see that that's in alignment there. I'm just going to bring this a bit closer now. Okay, so there you go, that's a little bit better with the picture. Okay, so now I'm going to put a Facebook, maybe just a like, and just drag this in, yeah, and then you can program that. Okay, so I'm going to put that in and line it up. Okay, so it's lined up nicely. And that's just an example of how you can build a social media section on your news page. Okay, so that's looking a lot better. And then you come to the story a little bit later. So I'll just bring that up a little bit closer to the social media. Thinking that the date could be a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to make that less conspicuous. You can change the colour, you can make it a little bit more grey. There's a lighter colour, maybe a little bit darker. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, but I still want that size a little bit smaller, so I'm just going to bring it down a bit so it's not really standing out. Just bring it down a little bit, just so the headline can stand out, and just bring that up. Okay, that looks a little bit cleaner. All right. Now, pretty happy with that now, so just going to organise all my copy properly. So I've got the caption in line. Okay, just going to bring this a little bit in so it's not too hard up. Just want to make sure that all this copy is separate. So now I'm just going to go into the text box and just split up the text properly. It's good here to have a read over to make sure it's all accurate. And that's a pretty good. I'm just going to break up this part. It looks a bit thick. So there you go. And there's a really good block of text there. Okay, so if we look back to our preview, we had an ad right up next to the headline. So I'm going to go and recruit an ad now. So what I'll do is I've got an ad right here. Just drag it in here. All right, and bring it in there, and just make it all fit. Just check my alignment. I'm pretty comfortable that looks okay. Just make sure it fits. Okay, so that ad just stretches that out and looks quite appropriate. Let's have a look at the page now. Probably the headline can come down a bit. This is all part of the adjustment to make sure it's not too bunched up. Okay. I'm just going to bring this down a little bit, and this is all part of the redesign. Just to make sure that it's in good alignment. So pretty happy with that now. It doesn't look too cramped. Okay. Now another feature that you can use is a slideshow with thumbnails, and you can just simply drag in this feature. This is the main image, the hero image is what they call it. So I'm just going to make this hero size fit this box here. Okay, and these are the thumbnails. So I'm going to make these go across. Alright, it's really long at the moment, but I'm going to tighten this up. I'm actually looking to get probably a bunch of 9, so we can have 3, 3, 3. See how it looks anyway. So what you can do is you simply go into the blue arrow, and then you add images, which I'm just going to get off the desktop. So I'm just going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 there that I can use. Now they've been added. Just going to put that there. It's quite a tight box. So I've got a configuration here, so I can just click on one of these, make them a little bit bigger. Now I've got 9, which I can use. The pictures aren't absolutely identical for this example, but that's okay because that just gives us an idea. I've decided to put the main picture up first, and I'm going to have the thumbnails directly underneath. So let's have a look. That looks a bit better. And I'm just going to bring this down a little bit tighter. Okay. So pretty happy with that look now. And just going to program it. Here we go. Let's program it. So let's do a vertical transition to make it look quite spectacular. Transition speed. I can probably go a bit faster because I don't have captions. So I'm just looking for the visual effect. Auto play. Just going to make that a little bit shorter. Okay, and pretty happy with that now. So, you know, with the page starting to come together pretty well. Just going to move this a little bit too far next to there. So just bring it in a little bit tighter. All right, now I'm just going to look at a preview, see how we're going. So this functions quite well, and all those pictures are there. So I'm just going to have to put in a caption to show that that's happening. And I've actually got quite a fast slideshow, which I don't mind having that program fast. So that's pretty much how it's looking. We've got to take off this, take this off the program, and then that way it'll look quite efficient. Okay, so let's do that now. Let's take this off. So we've got to remove that. Okay. I'm just going to put this widgets library back. Okay, so let's take off the captions and counter. Thumbnails I want. Take off these aspects, and there you go, it's all fixed now. So it looks a lot better than what it was. It's just a matter of programming that. Okay, then you can put in, just grab some text. So I'm just going to grab some sample text from here. And I'm just going to replace this text with something else. And I'm just going to put that, its little box up there. Okay, so we've got a little text box here. I'm just going to move in here, and I'm going to call this slideshow of the day. Okay, and I'm just sticking with Arial as a basic function, and just going to put that there and put that into place there. So I'm quite content with that. Maybe we can bring this down a little bit, and slideshow down a little bit, and that is in alignment. Okay, So we're doing all right. Now we can add some video. So let's go into the social widgets library again, and let's go down to the social section, and there we can see is YouTube. So we can grab a YouTube off the internet, pretty easy to do, and just get, so we can get St Kilda. We're not publishing this, so it doesn't matter which one we get, but normally we wouldn't get St Kilda TV, which we can use. Got permissions to use this. And let's see if we can get a sample video. Okay, so let's get this one because we've got Nick Rewald who's pitched there. Then we can see here, let's go to the original URL. So that's our code there, and this is what we'll use for the video. Okay. Right. So simply, this is the code, and we'll use that. Just going to pause that. Okay, and then what we do is we go into, every time you need to program something, you just go to the blue arrow. We're going to replace that code. Okay, I'm not going to do it full screen. Yeah, let's do it full screen so it just does that. Okay, you can program it accordingly. Now I'm just going to make it fit here underneath the slideshow. So just going to bring it in here now. Alright, make it really boxy. Okay, I'm just waiting for that code to come up. There you go. So that code's in pretty well. And I'm just going to copy this slideshow of the day, but I'm going to call it video of the day. Here we go. Just going to use the move tool for that. Okay, so let's just bring it down a little bit. Alright, you know, you can chop and change it and just experiment with that, but I'm pretty content with that. Now in preview, you just check its functionality. Slideshow's looking good. Is the video working? Yes, it is. So there you go. Looks pretty neat. And all good. So this is one other part that I like to add, and that's just a filler. And this is just a sample that we got from The Guardian. It's just a flat picture. So actually it all fits in very nicely. And just adjust it to make it fit. And that's pretty much it. We've got the video happening. And I'm just going to take that off. Video, words off. Okay, so pretty happy with that now. Let's have a look at that. And if you get close to that for your assignment, I'll just go back to the design section. That will get you a high distinction for it to look like that, and that's pretty much it. I'll go preview again. You can add more, but these are the foundations of what we're looking for. So if you can get that, you're doing really well. Just going to go back to design, and just to remind you that that's the master page. That's the former preview. I'm not going to go there again, but that's pretty much what it should look like. You don't build it in masters, you build it in homepage. Okay, and the preview is here. That will give you a high distinction. And that is all. If you've got any questions, please email Julie. Cheers.